It's Amanchu. Welcome to Minecraft Bedrock as Java, where I play both versions of the game and compare them. Now I have a wither skeleton farm, and I have collected a whole lot of wither skeleton skulls. So the question is, what do I do with all these skulls? The most obvious answer is, I can make a bunch of beacons. The primary ingredient for a beacon is another star, and that you get by defeating the wither. So I could summon and defeat the wither a bunch of times and make a bunch of beacons. But the thing is, I've already summoned the wither once and beaten it, then summoned 3 withers at once and beaten them, and then one more time just to get wither roses. I've kind of been there, done that. But it occurs to me that a lot of players of Minecraft struggle with the wither. Maybe they're playing on a mobile device and the user interface makes it very difficult to fight the wither. Not to mention the fact that the wither breaks so many blocks that their machine can't handle it and the game lags so much it makes it impossible to fight the thing. But then there's another way. A way that you can beat the wither without even having to fight it at all. And that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to show off methods to use in Bedrock and Java Edition to beat the wither without even having to fight it. Makes it really easy. So the trick to doing this is to trap the wither in bedrock and get it to suffocate in the bedrock. The wither cannot break bedrock. And a word of caution before I get started with this, you have to use a different method in Java than in Bedrock. And right now I'm playing in version 1.19, the most recent version as of this recording. When 1.20 comes out, well, it may change. And the methods that I'm using here may not work anymore. I'll try to update this video with a pinned comment when there is a new update to say whether it still works or not, but for now, this is the method that will work in 1.19. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of these end gateways, the ones that take you to the outer islands. But I want to use one that's kind of disposable because I have to destroy the central portal part of it and then have the wither summon inside of the bedrock of that portal so it'll suffocate. It looks like there's a spot right over there that's perfect for my needs. A spare portal here that will do nicely. It's even close to the ground. Oh, I have a problem. Okay, well that nearly killed me. Okay, I think the first step should be to make a shelter. I need to make like a bunker to protect myself here. I've made my little glass bunker. I should be able to see the gateway from there. And it's all covered with water, so blasts from the wither aren't going to damage any of the blocks. It should stay intact. Now, I gotta get rid of this portal thing. I place some podzol here. And a red mushroom on top of that. In that location, if I bone meal this, it should grow up and destroy that portal. There we go. Now the portal's gone. Next thing I need to do is put obsidian on top of every one of these bedrock blocks. And also put obsidian under all of these blocks. Next I need to find which way is west. I'm going to use a locator map for this. The direction I'm facing now is west. Okay, so from the west side, build out 3 blocks. Definitely facing west, build out 3 blocks, and then I'm using crying obsidian here just so that I can tell the difference, I'm going to make a T shape here, and this, on this crying obsidian, is where I'm going to place the soul sand for the wither. Okay. That should do it. Put down the soul sand. Step back for a little bit and summon it. And its head is lodged in that bedrock. I need to step back for a minute because when it explodes, well, it could hurt me. And I want to be not in the area. Alright, there we go. Now I'm safely in my bunker. I can see it through the glass here and see that it's suffocating. I would not advise trying to attack it with a sword right now. It's risky because once it gets to half health, it has that charging attack that it can do, and that might cause it to break free of the trap it's in right now. But its head is lodged in that bedrock and it is just slowly suffocating to death. I don't have to fight it. I can just sit here in the safety of my little water-covered bunker and wait for it to expire. And that's all there is to it. Right now, I don't know how easy to see this right now, but it is throwing out blue skulls like crazy. The wither can throw the black skulls, which have the normal blast effect, and the blue skulls, which move a little bit slower and ignore the blast resistance of any blocks that they hit. While it's suffocating, it's throwing nothing but blue skulls. And that's it. One last explosion, and it will be gone. I am on hard difficulty. That means that it summoned wither skeletons. They should be trapped in that bedrock as well. I'm just going to have to get up there and take care of them. Got rid of them. And I got my nether star. And I can summon the wither some more and repeat this process over and over again. It is going to be necessary to rebuild the obsidian structure that I built. Take two.
One hour later.
Now that I've run this a half a dozen times, I'd like to get a little overview of it here. This is the bunker where I hang out, waiting for the wither to finish dying. And over here is where I summon the wither, and I've been able to do it half a dozen times without any issues. Just have to rebuild the obsidian on the bottom and top of this gate each time. I've flooded this area underneath it so that none of the blocks underneath it will get damaged when the wither skulls happen to hit it. And the area outside of that is getting a bit cratered. I'm sure by the time I'm done it'll be even worse than that. Alright, now I'm in my Java world, again in the end, but this time I don't need to use one of the gateway portals. I can just use the central end portal that leads back to the overworld and trap the wither under that. At least I think I can. I haven't actually tried this in this current version, but I'm pretty sure it'll work. It'll be fine, right? Yeah, it'll be fine. No problem. So all I have to do is dig out underneath that central portal. I've dug out an area here that's 2 blocks high. I actually want to dig out the floor as well and replace this entire floor with obsidian. I'm marking out exactly where the center is, directly under the center of the portal, and it should be this position here. I'm gonna use crying obsidian to mark that spot so I can tell where it is easily. And then I can lay down the soul sand for summoning the Wither with the tail right here at the center under the portal. Before I place this last skull, a couple words of warning. You used to be able to do something similar to this in Bedrock Edition, but it doesn't work anymore because the Bedrock Wither will break this obsidian as soon as it starts to take suffocation damage in the bedrock above it. That's why I needed to use the End Gateway portal instead. I'm pretty sure this still works in Java Edition though, but I haven't tested it for this version of Minecraft yet. This could go badly. In case it does, I have some arrows of instant health 2 to help me out, and some lingering potions of healing, just in case things go wrong, but they shouldn't. This should still work. When I summon this, its head will be lodged in the bedrock above, and it should start to suffocate. Let's see if this works. Looks like it's good. I gotta back up while it explodes. There we go. And it is taking suffocation damage. Now, the Java Edition Wither actually regenerates health over time. So even though it has half as much health as the Bedrock Edition Wither, it will take at least as long to suffocate as the Bedrock Edition Wither did. And that's a pretty long time, actually. But, unlike the Bedrock Edition version of this, I can actually go in and feel free to whack this with a sword and speed things along. And that does speed things along significantly. There we go. And I have my first Nether Star, my first of many. I'm going to do this over and over again. In Bedrock Edition, this was a little tedious because I couldn't swing my sword at it. I couldn't risk that. I had to just let it suffocate over time, which takes a few minutes. And doing that for a stack of Nether Stars is going to take a few hours of grind. This should go quite a bit quicker. And that's all there is to it. This should go fairly quickly. So there you have it, an easy way to defeat the Wither without having to actually fight it at all. No risk whatsoever, as long as you set it up right. Just remember, I used a different method for Java and Bedrock. If you want to do this yourself, just make sure that you're using the right method for the right version of Minecraft. Now, what am I going to do with all these Nether Stars? Well, I have an idea. I think next time I'm going to be decorating my base with these Nether Stars turned into beacons, and I might talk some more about actually what beacons are, how they work, and what they're good for. Now, with the holidays coming up, I may only have time for one more video this year, maybe not even that. Make sure to subscribe so you have a better chance of actually finding out when my next video comes out. And Amon chooses Minecraft, Java vs. Bedrock.